Well, today, Happy New Year, everybody. I hope it has already started out a really good one for you. And in keeping with who I am, trying not to be the ultimate consumer and to enjoy my life, today I am doing a mukbang. I have nothing on my mind to talk about, but this is a bowl at Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I just thought it was so much fun. And I got a new Mountain Dew. It's a peach Mountain Dew. It's delicious. Absolutely delicious. And what's in this bowl? It's got little fried chicken bites with cheese. That's good. And the base of it is mashed potatoes and gravy. So, chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy. And look at the little corn on it. See the little corn? Those are corn. Little pieces of corn. Can you see that? Very creative the way they did it. I love limited time fast food, and Kentucky Fried Chicken, they got all kinds of fun stuff that I want to try. So I'm going to come back and try the pot pie another time. But I thought this was fun to start with. My mouth is stuffed with a piece of chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy, and corn. I'm 100% here for it. I would say that they should have found a way to put a little coleslaw in there, like a corner of coleslaw or something, because it's January and everybody wants to eat a green vegetable. So that's the only thing I would have them do different. In January, a little bit of coleslaw on the side, green vegetable. Oh my goodness. I heard this Mountain Dew was fierce, so if you're lacking energy, you guys, I don't know how I could forget to mention it. We've had rain for one whole month. We started having rain in December. Maybe it's more like one whole week, but in California, we're just so not used to rain. We actually have had storms, and they've having to deal with water problems. It's been great because, governments, they don't fix stuff unless something comes along and causes them to be smacked in the face with it by God. And then they admit they have to deal with it. So I imagine it's going to work out well for us, because I had a crazy dream of, in this dream, it was two unattractive men that were involved with each other. And in the dream, I told them, go away, go away. And then, after they left, two attractive men took the same spot, and they were involved with one another. So I thought San Francisco needs to clean up their act. I should admit to you, I'm not good with dream interpretation. So the chances of me being 100% wrong in interpreting my dream, it's more likely than not. So if I thought I really knew, but I just get this feeling that San Francisco needs to clean up their act. And I would say something in the homosexual community in San Francisco that is harmful needs to be cleaned up. You know, maybe there's some misrepresentation and it could harm people. I don't know if you guys recall, probably most of you don't because I'm old. There was a time when diseases would come forward and our populations of homosexual men would be particularly prone to them. So they needed to be given preferential treatment in order to preserve them. So that might be why I interpret that dream that way. I don't know. But I don't remember my dreams. And sometimes when I remember them, I ask, what does that mean? And I've been doing that with this one because it's disturbing. And that's what I got. I'm really enjoying this. It's not a hearty meal. This is 100% junk food. So if your New Year's resolution is to lose weight and eat healthy, mashed potatoes, fried chicken, cheese, and corn niblets with a high fructose Mountain Dew, ain't gonna get you there. But it's just a fun little treat. I don't think it's something that I would order all the time. The popcorn chicken bites, they're good. I put them in the category of chicken nuggets. So they're definitely more of a junk food than a health food. Give you a little update on me. During the month of December, I was participating in a fast with an online church. We all have our online churches. And I wasn't able to go to an actual church. You know, the situation just didn't work out. As some of you know, I have health problems. So those health problems prevented me from being able to go to a real church last year. When I went to look into going to a real church, my real church, which I'll be upfront with you, was a Trump-loving, somewhat QAnon church. Had gone out of business. I am not Trump-loving, nor am I QAnon. So you probably wonder, how could I go to church with people who are? Church is supposed to be a diverse place. All people are supposed to be welcome in church. How are we going to have exorcisms if we don't let the devil in so we can cast him out, you know? So, real Christians never try to kick anybody out of the church unless the Lord says so. So today I am at Kentucky Fried Chicken celebrating the first day I've been able to go to the new church that took over my old church's spot. The new church is not a QAnon church, and they are not a Trump-loving church. I've been in the, what you could call the white Pentecostal church for 15 years. And the church that took over my spot, well, my old church's spot, is a black Pentecostal church. So it's different. It's something I got to get used to, guys. I'm not used to the black Pentecostal church. I've been in the white church for almost 2 decades. And I've gotten used to the mores of it, including the fact that a lot of people need to be delivered from racism. And basically hating Jesus' people, all kinds of stuff. Going to the black church, which I haven't been in 2 decades. And I can clearly see that they don't have the same areas that they need deliverance from. But they still need deliverance. So God's still got to do the work. So that's why, as a Christian, it's no point in saying, how could this person be this way? Aside from Christ in us, we're all wicked and evil. I've never go check my videos that I release on Halloween, see the evil stuff I've confessed. And truth be told, I have not begun to tell, because up until you're delivered, you cannot see your problems. You just know you got problems. That's the real big trick about improving that people don't recognize. People don't know they got problems. They know something's wrong. They don't know what it is. Even if they say, I'm going to go on a diet, I'm going to exercise. What if that's not really the problem? What if they have an underlying health condition that they need to deal with? And then they'll be able to do those other things. And they just go trying to muscle through doing something that, a 6-year-old could do. It's not going to work for them, because their body's going to, at some point, say, hey, I'm sick. There's stories in the Bible about, I think the guy was called Legion. That was his nickname. He had a legion of demons in him, and he was living in the graveyard. I don't believe he knew he was living in the graveyard, because I kind of believe, because based upon my own experience of having dealt with demons, they will blind your eyes so that you look out and see a rose garden, and what you're really living in is a desert, and you're thirsty and you keep thinking you're drinking water, but you're actually pouring sand in your mouth. That's something people don't realize. People who are bound can be so bound that they don't even know what's going on. So that's why I don't judge, because I might need deliverance. You never know nowadays. There's some strange stuff going on in this world, and I can't be sure that it's not me until God let me know it ain't me. That's where I am at this point. Y'all, have you seen the news lately? We all need to check ourselves. Do you know there's killer 6-year-olds out there this year? We got to check ourselves, because when it gets down to the point where our 6-year-olds out there regulating traffic and attempting to take out school teachers. We got to be introspective. That's where I am with this. At this point, I ain't got no fingers to point at nobody. Our society is messed up, and obviously our 6-year-olds are not able to matriculate this deceitful and wicked world we are presenting to them. I know that kids get messages from the internet. Those messages are false, and they don't know the messages are false. I also know I have an elderly mother, and she used to come, confronting me and telling me off. And then she would say it was because of something she read on the internet, and it would be fake. Now that the internet has been around a lot longer, and of course she's a grown woman, she's now starting to call the bank and say, is this from you? And the bank will say no. People who gave people gift cards, the bank stole the money. So an adult has the capacity to finally figure out, okay, it's not somebody around me that's doing this. It's somebody who is on the internet and is a criminal. But a child getting messages, and we start letting our children use the internet, iPad, phone, to play games. And while they're playing those games at 2 years old, I've had 2-year-olds beat me at games. There are advertisements that are going to those 2-year-olds, and they don't know it's not true. So when it gets to the point that our 6-year-olds are using power plays, it's time for us to all be introspective and pray and change ourselves, change what advertisings we will allow for ourselves, because the advertisers mean to make money. And if the only customer they can get is our 6-year-old, they aren't going to make any money, because 6-year-olds don't have a whole lot of purchasing power. So we can stop them if we want to, by changing ourselves. And it's January. Give up alcohol for January. Give up hard liquor, period. You don't need it. Give up porno. Block all porno ads. Block all hard liquor ads. Block all sexually explicit ads. Eat green vegetables. Drink water. Nothing I'm doing today. Whatever you can to make the internet a place that's... Right now, the internet is a harbinger of evil for children. It teaches kids to be evil. We adults, it's not real, it's not real. We got to realize our kids don't know that. Even our teenagers don't know that. There was a 28-year-old PhD student went into a beautiful house full of college co-eds. He didn't ask nobody out on a date. He didn't bring no flowers. He brought a knife. We got to stop. There is no excuse for that. I had creepy kids when I was a kid. I had creepy guys when I was young that I wouldn't go out with them. But we suffered through our creepy men, and they did okay. Because, we all hung in there with each other. But they never brought a knife to the date, They brought flowers or maybe something stupid because they didn't have class or something like that. But we got to stop indulging in abject wickedness as if it's imagination, because obviously our imaginations are what we use to create our realities. So I'm just saying, I'm taking responsibility. I've been blocking half-naked people from my social media Even though some of them have been friends of mine for 20 years, if you on there trying to show you still got it, showing your nakedness, I gotta fight for the kids now. I gotta make you lose views so that they can have an opportunity to live their life, even as unsuccessfully as I did. You know, an unsuccessful life is better than a no life. I mean, I think there's some philosopher who said every living person is better than everybody in the grave. You know? So now it's come down to just being alive is an accomplishment. So I got to fight for the lives of 28-year-olds who don't know how to go on a date. I got to fight for the lives of 6-year-olds who have been targeted with social media and ads while they're playing video games since they was 2. I got to fight for them by saying no to stuff that ain't right. Now, I'm not canceling any of the people on my site who need help. You know, I'm in California. There's a lot of young folks who are out there wilding out, who need to settle down, and I'm praying them through. Half the time they come on my social media when they done drunk too much, talking about, can you pray for me? I don't think I'm going to make it. I'm not canceling them. They are who I'm doing this for. But God bless you. And Happy New Year. Let me know what you're trying to do to make this, we can fight this thing. It's us. It's our money they're trying to get. We can fight this thing for our young people. We old folks can take this one out.